Welcome to a game where all the screenshots kind of remind me of Dungeon Defenders. And if you never played it, then you're probably a young'un. Never have owned the Xbox 360 growing up. Because even if it was like on PS3, which I don't think it was, that was like, on Xbox 360, that was the thing a lot of people knew as, it was either cheap or free. But it was just this very weird animated game where you just kind of throw fireballs, magic, dungeon defend. That's pretty much it. It was a whole thing. So we're gonna try it. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Clicked on new game. Oh, it's loading. You have come a long way to get to this place. Go ahead and talk to the stranger. Oh my god, it's first person. This I did not expect. I expect full-on Dungeon Defender, third person, not first person. Okay. This is... Wow, and the sounds are nice too. Everything is like well beyond my expectations, how it looked. Even like the visuals. Hello, traveler. I heard you came here from a distant land to go down to the dungeon. Be careful. Many wishing went deep into the dungeon in search of an ancient ring, but not one of the strangers came back. If you dare to go down, then take my old staff. I left it left near the boxes. I'm kind of just summarizing because I can't read that fast. I can, but I can't read that fast and get my words together. Sometime later. I have a Zap Staff. I have Zap Staff! Fear my power, fear my power. I have Zap Staff. Oh, what's this? Is this light? Zap. Oh, box? Zap. Can I jump? I can. It's spacebar, as per the usual. Gooey? Zap. Yes, I can zap you. I have to find a way out of here. But I needed to go down. So, why do I have to find a way out? I just got in. Zap. Oh, I could just hold it? Okay. I need one crystal. One crystal. I take a staff and I just turn to an ancient mage. It's like I'm a young flourishing wizard mage, and then I'm like, a staff. Oh, I am the ancient wizard. Oh, okay. 4 gears. Well, I found one. You want 3 more? Zippity zappity. Don't ask me for more things. Slime over here, get zapped. Okay, it's going down. This thing is very disturbing how it's coming towards me. It's very concerning because of how slidey it is. Ooh, look at that. Look at those. How slidey it is because it doesn't have any real gelatin physics or look. It just has, I'm going to slowly slide towards you and maybe consume you, like the Blob. Have you guys seen the Blob? I have not seen the original Blob. I have seen the Blob that ate everything, or read the Blob that ate everything from Goosebumps, and seen the actual TV show thing on it, which that was amazing. But I have never actually seen the old, maybe black and white film of the Blob. And I feel like I really should, because I love that stuff. I'm gonna let it hit me. Okay, I wanted to see if it had some kind of special animation. But I love that stuff. I love old horror movies and stuff like that. Especially, like, black and white as well. Oof. Oh my gosh, that's the slime door? I have encountered the slime door. Okay. This is actually just really nice and very calming for something where you're zippity zappity zoopiting. Okay, I have all the gears. It's a very fetch quest as well, and I don't mind that sometimes. I don't mind it where it's like set out, go fetch quest. Obviously, I really like side quest stuff because I have a bunch of stuff that I'm still even working on. I went back to Odyssey, Assassin's Creed. Doing side quests and doing stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is that I don't have enough gears. Is that I still enjoy a good story. Now, where the heck is that gear? Found it. It's on this table way over here in the same area we just came from. I just didn't see it because we're not going to talk about it. We're going to pretend I saw it the entire time. I was just pretending. You know what I notice a lot with magic staffs is that, like, if you look specifically at this one, it uses the science of, it's a magic rock we know nothing about. But if we put our willpower or mana or whatever you want to count it, because in this case it's like mana, because you can look down the bottom right and it's a spell book. That's why I'm assuming mana. You put your energy into it and you can fire a laser and it gets like some fatigue that slowly goes away. And so you're like, okay, so I just need something to hold this. You could have put it in anything. You could put it in a gauntlet, so it's pretty much shooting out of your fist. But you just wanted to put it in a staff. And that's the fact of the matter. They wanted to put it on a staff. Because the only thing magical about the staff is that it has this. And if you say, like, oh no, they did it because wood has magical conducting properties. And even if you see the metal, the wood could be going up through the middle of the metal and still touching the gem. Okay, first off, I don't know if I can call you a nerd because I'm the one who thought of that, so I'm calling myself a nerd, but let's go with that. So first off, nerd. Second off, yeah, but make a wooden gauntlet. Come on. It's not that hard. Or make a wooden thing that straps to your hand. Or do it on your freaking head. It doesn't matter. Why do we choose staffs? If we can make the exact same thing out of staff in any other way, we could have it shooting out of our freaking foot if we wanted to. We could strap, and given, if this is like the only fire gem for like a small town that can afford it, that's fair. But if you find like multiple fire gems and you're like whipping out different ones, you're like, okay, I gotta get a different elemental or whatever. Why don't you just take all the gems and make it like a freaking infinity gauntlet? It would be so much better. It'd be so cool. Where are you, Goopy Gloops? Jeez. Trying to advance. To advance, I need to murder. Okay. We have 3 bats we gotta get rid of. Do I stare at the ceiling? What's happening? We got more gloopity gloppity gloopities to get rid of, so... Okay. Found the bats. Ow. Do I not get health back? Is that not a thing? Also, my blasts are just not connecting, and it's a very... It sucks. Okay. Just gonna do this. I'm gonna abuse my power. Because their hitbox is bad. They have a poor hitbox. Okay, to the bathroom. I will say, while I said I was fond of fetch quests, this is still go here, kill 3 bats, go here, do 3 things, and I'm like, eh. This is a little... It's different from just fetch quests. It's specifically go do this, but a lot simpler. It's too dangerous here. I don't know who's speaking. Is it the narrator? If it was the narrator, I definitely did the wrong voice. What kind of doom thing did you jump out of? All of a sudden we're facing something the Doomslayer should be facing. This is jumped so high in difficulty. What is happening? No. Back away. So if I turn, I go a lot slower. Oh my gosh, this is just run and zap. Run for my life. Well, this is like a nice game. I don't think it's gonna go on for very long. I think it's just a very short indie game. Because if... What the heck just happened? It's like I just got to his health bar. And he teleports away. Okay. Because, I don't know. If this is like a full-fledged game, that's pretty interesting. But... I wouldn't consider it to be. And it's one of those that, you, like, for example, you would find... This one I actually got is just a normal indie game. But it feels like one of those incomplete ones you'd find at itch.io that's a concept. Like, if this was the beta for what later turned into Dungeon Defenders, which was a 3D-esque thing that looked a lot like this, but it's... Instead of that, in this case, it's first person. And in Dungeon Defenders, it's third person, you're doing specific dungeons and stuff like that, and you're not just zapping things. You have multiple spells, multiple classes, and it's super nice. And speaking of that era, if you had that era, you had like the, what was it, like the pajama something? Where you had a bunch of people in pajamas and costumes and stuff where you had to attack each other. This crystal appeared to have defeated a monster. We need to go back and find a use for this crystal. It's the door! It's the crystal for the door! But back to what I was saying, it's like a it's not Costume Quest. I'm gonna say that. It's not Costume Quest. But there is a costume fighters thing where it's like a bunch of kids. So you gotta, I don't know the title of it. You might remember, and you'll be like an oldish person like me, and you'll be like, oh my god, I remember that. I used to play the Xbox 360 as well. Or maybe you still do. And it's a bunch of kids like just fighting in different like childish costumes and stuff. And I guess if you've played Costume Quest, it kind of feels like that a little bit, but it's like two large, it's like TF2, kind of. Two large teams fighting each other in order to gain control of different sites and such like that. And TF2 was still out during the same time, of course. TF2 is like a very old game, but, or even TF1, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, this is the slime quest. Another slime quest. I gotta go around and find some more slimes. Can we find the slimes? They're all blue slimes, so it takes longer to get them. And if you did not know, a lot of people and companies and general things can say, okay, if we want a game to see difficult and we don't have, in this case, is they don't have a lot of assets, but we'll see how many people developed it probably at the end of the game. I didn't see if there was any starting credits. If it's a small team especially, they will use, gosh dang it, I was getting my cat out of the bike. They will use length to assert itself for difficulty. So if you're traversing a long area in an older game, or even, actually no, still newer games, if you're traversing a long area for no reason, like sometimes Doom Eternal even did, with platforming, and it's very simple platforming, but you have to wait. You use simple platforming, but you have to wait, or boss battles that require you to counter, or require you to wait. Guess what? That level of, oh my god, I have to wait, is on purpose. And you might have already known that. But did you know the purpose? The purpose is because it's supposed to allude to difficulty. It's supposed to make you think things are difficult, despite them obviously not being so. So, it's kind of like a misdirection, really. These guys are faster, yet weaker. And that's the whole thing. I think we still do that in a lot of stuff. I need to play Hi-Fi Rush when I can, even though I obviously have other stuff to do, so I'm not going to at the moment. I'm not just going to start buying stuff willy-nilly. but I was, oh, cool, checkpoint. I'll just summarize it real quick so we can jump cut. But I was watching Side of Soul, and he was playing it, and then he did his own little summary video on it. It was pretty much saying and showing that it kind of went back to the basics. It kind of looks even like a GameCube game, which is good. That's a compliment. But it goes back to those basics of focusing on story, not focusing on all the hype towards a game before it even gets released. Loving something and not just using time for difficulty, especially with a rhythm-like game. That's something that you know they probably won't do, because they don't have time to work with, because it's rhythm. Okay, so these guys, yeah, they can be beat within any amount of rhythm, so it could take a while, but you have to at least showing that you're doing damage with each beat. And if you're not doing enough damage with each beat, people aren't going to be interested. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a game to check out, to see if other people are playing and stuff like that. I got my own stuff to be doing. Yeah. Okay, we're back at the thingamabob, the door. Oh my god, it's a portal! I kind of took things cautiously. Oh, okay. I'm going through the asset. No regrets. It is unknown where this portal leads. I have to check it out. Get back on the thing. Why is he holding his staff wrong? It cannot be a double-sided staff. I refuse to believe that. If it is a double-sided staff, then there is no point. You have been zapped. Okay, we're gonna keep going, I guess. I didn't even know this game would keep going. We need to find a way to get to the other side. Why don't we become a chicken and cross the road? Lighting? Oh my gosh. We could just zap him from here, but... Woo! I like the cartoonish sound effect. It's interesting, I like it. Zippity zappity. Okay. First off, this is a little silly. There's fall damage in this. So, oh no, 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 no. Okay, I had to hang on and stuff. But there's fall damage in this type of game. You're taking yourself too seriously. That's ridiculous. You know, I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I don't like how he's looming. I don't like his eyes, his absence of it. But I feel like a game like this, for example, just adding fall damage in itself is taking itself too seriously. If you didn't have fall damage, nobody's gonna notice, nobody's gonna care. If you add fall damage, somebody's gonna notice, somebody's gonna care. And that's why... What the... Oh, okay. I was like, why is he trying to intimidate me? But... yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, what's the point? And I've seen certain games where they just don't add fall damage and nobody notices because they're just enjoying the game. If you do add fall damage, I would say you should definitely make it for specific circumstances. Like, for example, Batman Arkham games. Of course, it's like you're playing as Batman. If you don't fall damage, you're just an invincible person. It's ridiculous. But if you're friggin' in, I don't know, Grow Home, where you fall so much constantly. I only played that game once a long time ago. Just generally like a chibi game like this, adding fall damage. It's adding fall damage to Goat Simulator there. Because they released a second one, so it is more current knowledge. If you added fall damage to Goat Simulator, nobody would have fun. Because you wouldn't be able to do anything. You would just die constantly. Because of how much you fling out. Which is fun. It's just ridiculous. Okay, if you enjoy sitting and mindlessly doing stuff like cookie clicker or whatever, this probably is the perfect game for you. If you just want to sit around and kind of hold a button and not really think until certain points, great. This stuff will come in handy for me. We've been using, oh, another staff. I was like, what? Anyways, what the hell? This would be the perfect game because it's just sitting around holding the button. That's all that's happening. Oh my gosh, I didn't even want to speak. Wagada. And so, well, that, oh yeah. See, I was kind of secretly hoping for that because that kind of like, switch once the other is reloading is always what you aim for in games. Literally, like Borderlands, for example, use up all your ammo in one thing, and then you switch to another gun, shoot, and then sometimes it's the same thing with COD, where people, what is it? They hit R twice or something, and then, or Siege or whatever, and then they switch to the other gun, and so it like auto reloads. Somehow, I don't know how it works. I don't know how freaking cheating the frame system works because it's so, I don't know. Even if you say, I want to say childish, but even if someone says, but full-grown adults do it and it's really cool and strategic, I'm like, well, you're trying so hard for something that's like that you're over-exaggerating to be amazing. And that's my whole thought about all that stuff, and I think it's a very controversial thought, and it's super controversial. But it's just bias. That's all it is. And I think everyone has the right to have their own biased opinions. And I remember that my friend, for example, we had the debate of should esports be a real sport, and one of us said, I don't think so, because that would be promoting basically sitting around doing nothing. And if you look at actual just esports people, there's a lot of unhealthiness, a lot of toxicity, a lot of everything. And I think earning money for something like that, especially if it turns out that the people doing it are doing it for they're using their gains for ill purposes, then it defeats any purpose for stuff. But then again, the retort to that was, well, it's the same thing with real sports. The only difference is the amount of athleticism, and even in this case, you have the whole reflexes with the hand argument, supporting fitness. And then and then the other person said, well, fitness, I'm just kidding. But in general, everyone has their own opinions. And I think the only way we're ever going to survive as a society is to just say, okay, I know it's never going to happen. I know. I've seen Twitter. I've seen what you've done. I've seen the Twitter. But it's something to hope. One day, world peace will be accomplished. And it will not be through Twitter. No, it would never be through Twitter. Okay, how many more rounds do we gotta go through? Jeebus. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. Oh, there's been so many different colors of the same monsters. There's not been any bats. It's just been different colors of green. Oh my god, they automatically all lock. Okay, that's great. Of green, blue, all the stuff of slime, ghasts, and whatever the pumpkin-faced ones are, but it's just... It's like, no, let's make it end. Make it end. If this isn't the end of the game after 10 rounds, I'm out. I'm out. This is the last. You need to destroy it. Oh, okay, so it is. It's the last of what, though? The last of its kind? Then I kind of don't want to. Boom, Diada. Ow. I think, honestly, fall damage is better than getting bippity-boopity punched by him. Because look at those massive fists. I'm sure, don't look up why or ask your parents. But those fists will make some lady very happy one day. Ask your parents. Do it. Da 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 da. Placebo promoting asking your parents about things that you probably wouldn't be comfortable hearing the answer to. Come on, hooded one. Go down. Be banished to the other realm. We're more than halfway, and it's just been the whole time I've been talking. So it's not like I can just cut this, because it's gonna be like 2 seconds. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it! Eddie's done. Oh, that was, oh. He just went through the floor. I've been looking for this ring all my life. It will strengthen my spirit. Now you need to go back. You've been looking for a spirit strengthening... Oh, need to get back to the portal. You've been looking for a spirit strengthening thing this entire time. Why was I stopped? What is wrong with me? Do I have stronger spirit, but I can't get up freaking stairs? Oh, no, I have to go through the whole thing again. Oh, this is baloney. This is baloney turds. At least make me... Am I stronger? I really can't tell. Is it like, oh, I have the ring that makes me stronger? Well, guess what? I can't tell because I'm still weak. The portal, I made it back. Oh my gosh, it made it back to the portal with a sliver of health. I did not want to go back. It's time to return to the surface. It is double-sided. Why are we not flicking them out like boo, 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 like sideways? What's wrong with you? Sometime later. This is baloney. You had so much potential in that. I did it. I found the Ring of the Ancients. It's time for me to go home. Just gets lower. This is it. You're the first one who managed it. Accept my congratulations. Is that it? Is that all that we did? Is this the whole game? That's fine with me. Okay. Dungeon and adventure. Well, this was a trip. Certainly a trip. I would say go check it out. I think it's on the Steam store. I don't know how much it is. I don't remember. What? I don't know. If you want to go check it out, it's a good thing like Cookie Clicker. It buys your time. It buys like a whole hour of my time. Okay, see you guys.